Morning, guys. Gonna be doing a little birthday shave and unboxing. So, my buddy Jack over at the Virtual Groomroom, he informed me a couple days ago that I would have a package coming, and he said that I should be pretty pleased with the contents. And there was a little hinting going on, so I have an idea, of what's coming. But I gotta admit, it's a bigger package than I was expecting, so we'll see. But before we get into the unboxing, I'm gonna be drinking another Cascadian Dark Ale today, or otherwise known as a black IPA. So, turning 28, so just in case you thought I was amongst the old heads, not quite yet, but I'm getting there. So, we're going with the Benchmade here. That's saved for Derek. And this is what we're doing here. We're going to unbox this bad boy. And we're gonna see what we got for the birthday. Big thanks to Jack, even without knowing what's inside yet. Big thanks, man. Jack is probably my closest friend in this wet shaving game. We communicate very regularly. I look forward to him moving within driving distance of me. That's gonna be awesome. Now I'll be pretty much able to hang out with him any given weekend with just a drive. You know what I mean? I really, really look forward to that. Got some packaging. And we got a little note here. Let me do a little screening just in case. Alright, so it says, "Hey man, I somehow managed to find a sheet of paper. Fancy that." Alright, that's a good start. "I hope you enjoy the contents of your package. The beers," I didn't know there was going to be beers, are from both Colorado and New Mexico, and I think they're great. I know that you love Injector razors, so you'll find the Supply Single Edge razor in here. The rest are a surprise. Happy birthday, Jack. Cheers." That's awesome, man. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Packaging. This feels like a soap. Alright. So it looks like we got some Mystic Waters. Orange Spice Tea. Let's check this out. Oh, okay. I was like, what did I just break? But it was just a little wax coin. Alright. Let's give this a little sniff. Why don't we? Okay, alright. It definitely has like a mellow orange vibe. Maybe like one of those dried orange candies or something. Like a dehydrated orange type. It's not super bright. It's kind of mellow. Spice tea. Yeah, I could see it. It's a pleasant scent. So, Mystic Waters, Orange Spice. I've never used Mystic Waters, so that's awesome. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, okay. Got some mild grooming. Helioteris. I've never used mild grooming, but I've pretty much heard they were the best for the longest time. Let's crack this open and give it a sniff, huh? I don't see any spills or anything, so that's a good start. Whoa. That's kind of wild right there. What does it have on the cover? It smells like green and citrusy. Yeah, it's a pleasant scent. I could definitely match that with quite a few things. Alright. I'll set that aside. What's next? Oh, some Highland Springs Havana Vieja. This one has definitely been on my radar. I actually made an order with Highland Springs. Or I went through West Coast Shaving, and I intended on getting one of their vegan ones. But what I ended up getting was the Eclipse, and that's in their tallow base. Whoa. I love this scent. What the fuck? Havana Vieja. What is that? What is that smell? Yeah, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. I don't know. We might be using this today, guys. We might be using some Highland Springs. That smells great. Oh. Came with the matching splash. It's fantastic. Kind of looks like it has like a little milky consistency to it. If you can see the side there. It's kind of hazy. Yeah, we'll be giving that a shot probably. See what's happening. What is this? What do we got here? Is this just packaging, or was this meant? It looks like this meant for something to go in it, but there's nothing in it. It's just kind of like a cloth sack. What do we got here? All right, now we're getting to the... Now we're talking my language here. Open Space Haze, Bosk Brewing Co. So there's that. Looks like this is probably an IPA. I see 70 IBUs. Yes. Hazy IPA. Perfect. Right up my alley. We'll be giving that a shot in a future video. Bosk. I don't think I've heard of that one. I wonder if that one was from New Mexico. I didn't check. And what do we have here? Alright. So I have heard of this one. These are... True is pretty much renowned. They make some fantastic beers from what I've heard. I've never had anything from them. It is definitely one that has been on my radar. Something that I've wanted to try. This one's called Ageless Fire, and it's also a hazy IPA. They kind of have a kind of like a metal, you know, like a rock metal type theme. And a lot of it is real dark and gothic looking. I am really, really excited for this one. Thanks, Jack. We'll be having that on a future video as well. All right, okay. The Specialist. The Aftershave splash here. This is Phoenix and Bow's Specialist. It was the West Coast Shaving exclusive from Phoenix and Bow. So there's that. That's awesome. And actually, funny enough, I mentioned to Jack that I got the Specialist coming later this week. And I didn't buy the matching splash to it because the damn matching splash is like 25 bucks. Unfortunately, because of customs to get the alcohol splash across the pond. So that's awesome. Now I got the matching splash. Let's give this a little sniff here, a little preview before the real deal. Okay. It's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, it's good though. It's good. I look forward to using it when the matching soap comes in. So there's that. And the main attraction here, I think, the supply razor, the single edge supply. Packaging looks pretty on point. Let's see if we could get this out of here. All right. And here we go. I'm going to have to clean this up. This one I knew was coming on the way. This is one that Jack told me was coming. He told me that I need the supply razor. And to be fair, he's told me time and time again. And I've just been kind of holding off, kind of waiting to see if they would have a sale or something. But it seems Jack took it upon himself to just give me a little kick in the ass and just sent it to me. So that's awesome. And this thing, it's hefty. It looks, and I gotta say, on the pictures, it looked way more bulky. It's actually not that, like, bulky as far as, like, you know, in the hand. It actually feels like it's gonna fit in the hand just fine. But it has a heft that is unlike any of my other Schicks. And it has a heft that's pretty comparable to, like my Timeless here. It has a heft comparable to that. It's substantial. So that's awesome, man. I look forward to using this. Obviously, I would use this right now, but I'm going to give it a run. I'm going to give it a cleaning, and then we'll give it a run. But, yeah, man, awesome mail call. That's fantastic. So thank you, Jack. This is fucking awesome, man. I don't even know. When you get up to where you're living closer to me, I guarantee you you're gonna get it more than a few beers on me. This is awesome, man. All right, so let's put this stuff aside and we'll get into a shave. I put the knife away before it ends up in my foot. All right, so I had a brush soaking and I had a soap in mind, but we are gonna put that to the wayside and we're gonna go with some Havana Vieja instead. This stuff smells great. And we got the matching set here. And I think, since these are only 3-ounce tubs, and I see myself putting this one directly into the rotation. I don't know what it is about it, but I could see myself putting it right into the rotation. It must have vanilla in it because it has that kind of brownish color. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a face lather. We're going right into the tub. All right, let's wet the face and we'll get into it. 13 minutes in, we're gonna try to knock out a shave. I probably shoulda and coulda split up these videos, but it's my birthday. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. All right. Let's go ahead and wring this out. And we're gonna see what this vegan base is all about here. It's funny, I was just watching a video where somebody was talking about how they kind of count. I believe it was Gerard on the West Coast Shaving Daily Shave. He was talking about how he kind of counts out so many swirls one way and so many swirls the other way. I'm not a face latherer. I used to be until I got into bowl lathering. But even then, I don't remember counting or getting very technical at all. It was more so like when I felt the resistance kind of build up. Because when your brush is damp and there's nothing in it but water, it's like it's almost like it's kind of like free flowing. Your brush is just moving. But when it starts filling up with soap and it starts getting kind of dense, that's when I kind of would stop and be like, all right, I think we're there. So let's get some of this. Let's get some of this on the face. Scent strength is at least a 7. And the slickness on the hands just from that felt pretty good, pretty good. All right. Hopefully we don't go for a record-long video, but we will see. I'm gonna go ahead and start painting in a little bit of water. That's just awesome, man. I would have never expected this many items to be heading my way, to be honest. I kind of knew the supply injector was coming. Jack definitely gave me a heads up about that. You know, he was calling me the injector guy. You know, I love my injectors. And he said he would rather me have it than put it on the buy-sell trades and sell it. And that's just fucking awesome. Because I would have eventually bought this. And I would have bought a black one even. So, getting this supply injector as a gift was more than I could ever ask for, to be honest. It's shit like this that really just, this is what makes you like proud to be in this sort of community, you know? It's almost like, it's like almost like a bragging point if you were telling it to somebody outside. You're just like, you could just be proud. Like the community that I'm a part of does shit like this for each other, you know what I mean? That's fantastic. I'm just going to bust out one of my Schicks on the display here. This is the 14 karat gold plated one. And we'll go with the grain. The scent strength. It is entirely present. It is there. So I believe this scent is a tobacco scent, but it's almost like a dark warm tobacco. Kind of even a little spicy. I really enjoy it. It looks like the soap has like a really dense, kind of melted marshmallow type texture, and that's really that's really a good indicator to me, because that density usually is coinciding with one of these high quality, low structure lathers that are getting more and more common these days. So that's a real good sign. And according to how pass one went here, I'd say it's on par. It's really good. Now I gotta kind of feel around for my battle wound from my last video. I still have a little scar scab. From where I accidentally cut my throat, so gotta be wary of that. I don't want to touch that at all. I want to let that heal. And we're definitely going to have to revisit this soap on a more dedicated video. But I just wanted to throw it right trial by fire here, you know. Just throw it right into use without any, you know, prep or anything like that. I had a whole another shave set out, but I didn't know what was coming in this package, so we just went with it. All right. I'm gonna try to get some of the slickness off my hands. That was a good first pass. Had all the slickness that I would ever need. And as far as the scent strength, that's, you know, at least a 7. The scent is quite enjoyable to me. Kind of a warm, sweet tobacco. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Let's see if I could. I made a mess with the jar here. I'm not competent with face lathering. I could definitely get the job done, but I'm primarily a bowl leatherer. I don't think I shouted out my brush. This is my Crazy Badger brush. Made from a Halbert Toraka. He's not very active on socials anymore. Probably like a month or 2 ago, he posted that he was back in the shop. And I commented, you know, oh, that's exciting. You know, it's I'm excited to see, you know, what you come out with. And he might have done one follow-up post and then just went right back off the grid. So I really hope everything's all right with him. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I don't see his brushes around too terribly often, but I definitely like his brushes. He used to make a whole hell of a lot of wood brushes that had like these burning patterns on them that were really quite unique and attractive. It wasn't the same, like, you know, scarring that the Luton brushes would have, but it was more so like if he took like one of those like burning instruments and he would just make like a custom design. Sometimes it was on the top, sometimes it was on the bottom, sometimes it was throughout the whole handle, but it always looked cool to me. I picked up this kind of crimson and black handle when I first discovered him. Very well priced. Pretty affordable, really, when it came to, you know, hand-turned brushes. Pretty damn affordable in comparison to his competitors. That just feels great. So I went to work on my birthday. Nothing really else to do. Can't have, you know, friends over for a barbecue. Can't go out to the brewery. My wife was mentioning it sucks, you know, she's so used to, we kind of go out of town sometimes. Said it sucks that we can't go to Seattle or Portland. I was like, yeah, probably going to go down as one of the lamest birthdays I've ever had. But it's all good. It's all good. We have to be safe and responsible, so I'm gonna postpone my birthday until this shit's all over, and we'll party then. We'll party when it's safe to party, you know. But I cannot wait to go to my local brewery and pull up a chair at the bar and just talk shit with my friends over a couple awesome beers. I cannot wait to get back to the norm, you know. I have been pretty fortunate, you know, to be deemed essential. And, you know, I still got income coming in, so I'm thankful for that. But as far as being cooped up in the house, you know, I still feel the pain. When I get off work, there's things that I was so used to doing, you know, on my free time that, you know, friends and family were a big part of my life. And so distancing myself from them has kind of been my biggest struggle. I'm not eating or drinking any more than normal. None of that shit. It's just not being able to spend time with my friends and family. Not being able to go sit down at my favorite, you know, restaurants and breweries and, you know, experience those things that bring me joy, you know. That's been my biggest hurdle, you know, just stay home. I already washed my hands before this shit hit, so that's not... That wasn't some huge revelation to me. Alright. Now that my white rag is brown, I wonder if it's gonna stain my brush. No big deal though. I knew the game was dangerous. So the matching Highland Springs Soap Company, Havana, Vieja. Before we do that, let's just take a little. Big thanks again, Jack. This was fucking awesome, man. And I definitely owe you one. As soon as that cut or that scar from my straight razor kind of starts fading away, I will get right back on the straight razor learning train. Because I'm itching for it. I want to use it. So, quick recap. Highland Springs, Havana, Vieja. Definite winner in my book. The Schick Injector. Crazy Badger. Got that little ferocious logo on the bottom. Nice crimson and black. And that'll about do it for us, guys. Thanks, Jack. Everybody stay safe. Be good to the community. Stuff like this is what makes our community great, you know what I mean? Build up a little karma within the community, you know? This is fantastic. Jack, I owe you one. Happy birthday to me. Cheers, guys. I'll see you on the next shave. Thanks, Jack.